And this would mean that there would be 4 televised presidential debates, more than ever held in any presidential election. And if Governor Clinton is serious about debating, he will accept this challenge, and he will instruct his campaign officials to meet promptly with my campaign officials to work out the details directly between the parties. Let's get it on.
Bill, baby, let's do it. Get it on, as we say.
Let's get up there and get it on, side by side.
I just learned that on Sunday night, Mr. Bush is going to go on Larry King Live. So what I think is, Larry King ought to have us both on there and let the American people call their questions in. That's what we ought to do. Then we get the best of both worlds, one moderator and millions of questioners. I think it would really be a great thing. So I've asked our people to contact Larry King and see if we can arrange it. I'm ready to go. Let's get it on.
Over the course of the 1992 presidential campaign, more people saw the candidates being interviewed live on Larry King's show than on any other TV program in the world.
We'll be right back with Bill Clinton and your phone call. Stay there. Tammy, is Hartford the first call? Okay. But I want him to finish the thought here. That's the one break we have to hit live. It's an around the world break. Hard to believe we're being watched in 151 countries. It's scary. It's crazy. Ted Turner changed the world. He's a big fan of yours.
Is he?
He would serve you after. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. He's ready. What's he got left in life to gain? After you're elected, think about it. No dope.
That's for sure.
Great guy to work for, too.
Anyone with a home satellite TV system, like the ones you see in bars or in people's yards, could have picked up Clinton and King chatting off air. Dish owners are able to receive 2 types of TV. One is the regular TV programming you normally see on cable or the broadcast networks.
Is that Helmstead still the next one?
The other type of TV is the satellite feed, in this case the feed of George Bush and Larry King chatting during a commercial break.
Kind of weird being seen around the world. Technology.
It's amazing. I think Saddam Hussein is watching this during that.
Don't put a lot of that garbage on it. What is this? Are we on the national? Can we turn that on? I don't want to be on national television being just made up.
We're just turning the camera away from them, so it can be made up.
Some of the feed guests knew, and some didn't know, their images were being broadcast, unscrambled and visible, to over 3.5 million dish owners across North America. Those who knew they were being watched attempted to stay out of satellite TV's wide frame. But after spending hours a day inside of a television studio, television had become their home.
You feeling well, by the way?
Yeah?
Are you feeling well?
Good, yeah. Lucky. Running still and played tennis yesterday.
What is that disease you had?
Crohn's, no, not Crohn's, just thyroid. I don't know what it was.
What are they? They drug treat it, right?
Take a drug every single morning, little blue thing, Synthroid or something. And it wasn't hard. It's what the thyroid does to make your heart fibrillate. It's been very good.
And I took Halcyon for a long time after my heart surgery.
Are you often that? I don't know that it's bad. Like
It's the best sleeping pill in the world, but not daily.
no, oh no.
Okay.
Now it's getting such a bad rap.
Halcyon had gotten such a bad rap that Britain banned it because of its side effects of amnesia, anxiety, delusions, and hostility. Bush started the election year by visiting Japan, where he fainted and threw up on the Japanese Prime Minister. Bush admitted to taking Halcyon during the Japan trip, and Barbara Bush told reporters that the president frequently takes Halcyon on long plane rides. All traces of Bush's nauseating performance would be cleaned up by the White House television crew. Even this mantle photo of Bush's face next to a white baby's blanket may have looked too much like his face in Barbara's white napkin in Japan.
Looks like the one similar. It's very similar to the Japan.
You want to take one of Anna? You got it. Do whatever you need to do.
This is the White House television studio, the satellite TV hub for Bush's re-election strategy. Harry Truman campaigned his way into the White House via whistle-stop train trips. He'd stop, give a speech, speed to the next town, stop, and give a speech, and speed on. Except as a device for photo ops, trains had become obsolete as a tool for political campaigning. The train of the 1940s and 50s was replaced with satellite television in the 1990s. From the White House studio, Bush would go up on a satellite, give a 5-minute interview with a local news anchor, disconnect, hook up with another local news anchor, give an interview, disconnect, hook up with another one, and do this again and again and again. This type of satellite whistle-stop campaigning is called a satellite tour.
This is great. I love these. Can we do any more? Can we do some now? We do those two now. Got to do some more in Florida and Texas. Have we done all of Colorado today?
Yeah, we got one more done.
Today.
He said we're going to work on it, but tell Bill if he'd do that thing in New York, it'll be terrific. He's so good at this. Clinton. Yeah. One of the problems with staying on the bus too long is the two of you guys are so good on media. Give that up, and you can't stay just traditional Sunday morning.
No, that's true.
That don't work anymore.
I think you've taught the whole world that.
That just don't work, right?
Yeah.
Larry King's show allowed the candidates to bypass the national press, like the Sunday morning TV programs. King said he didn't mind being called the father of talk show democracy, even though only a little over 100 people got to phone into his program and ask the candidates questions.
And coming up in just about 2 minutes, the President of the United States, George Bush, will be joining us right here on Main Street at the North Carolina State Fair.
Stay with us.
The other networks adopted King's format, and much like CNN, they too were getting their highest TV ratings since the Persian Gulf War.
You know, the only thing is if he's tired or whatever, it's going to be up to us to bring up the energy. I just think, you know.
George? Good morning, everybody. I'm Paula Zahn. Welcome to CBS This Morning.
Waving in parade. Good morning, everybody. Workers that work on computer terminals all day.
As the networks profited by the nearly 100 talk show appearances by the three major candidates, so did the local news stations with the satellite tours. Many local news stations never reported the candidate's TV studio and satellite time was being paid for by the candidate. Like the talk shows, the interviewers during the satellite tours weren't the National Press Corps, who sometimes knew the issues and asked informed questions. Instead, they were the often kinder, gentler local news anchors.
According to the script, and it's until some hecklers showed up and tried to spoil the party.
It was reported after the election that the Clinton White House uses the Department of Defense to intercept satellite TV feeds on a regular basis. This monitoring practice started during the 1992 campaign. Clinton strategists would watch the network's satellite feed of a network news story about Clinton. This would give the strategists the ability to respond to the story before it ever aired on regular network television.
Certainly this goal is almost within reach. Clinton's trying to lift his sights beyond the attack politics.
4 years.
Feeling that his goal is almost within reach, Clinton is now trying to lift his sights beyond the attack politics of the campaign.
Clinton also monitored the satellite feeds of his opponents. According to the American Journalism Review, the Clinton campaign intercepted the satellite feed of a Bush commercial 36 hours before the commercial aired on network television.
But here's what Clinton economics could mean to you. $1,088 more in taxes, $2,072 more in taxes.
By intercepting the feed, Clinton's strategist had the ability to respond to Bush's ad before the ad had ever aired.
4 years ago, he asked you to believe him.
Read my lips.
Now he's asking you to believe his attacks against Bill Clinton.
I need to get the big banner on the PVC. I need to use it as a tool to flush out Bush Quail signs, say abortion, right in the corner there, and you probably can.
This is a satellite feed of a Clinton rally. The person you just heard speaking was probably one of Clinton's security team standing near an open microphone on the stage. The instructions he was giving may have come from Clinton's staff in Little Rock, which regularly monitored the feeds of Clinton's rallies.
Don't point. I know. There's somebody who ripped that Dodger sign in half with a pizza. Somebody's going to go up. Crowbar to there, that copy. They're going to get a fist fight to do it. That abortion thing's going to kill us too. We can't block everything.
Little Rock would watch the satellite feed of the Clinton camera slowly panning the audience like a surveillance camera. If they saw a protester at the public event, Little Rock could call the rally site to alert security.
But whenever we do a live satellite feed of like a big rally or something, there was a really very interesting instance. The Buffalo rally, there were some protesters, and Little Rock saw it where the advanced people couldn't because they were backstage. So the desk, Dwight and those guys called the advanced people on the cell and said, no, walk 10 feet to the left. There's a sign and the camera shot there. Edge that guy over. I mean, so it's like Little Rock directed Buffalo and watched it dismantle on television. They watched the dismantling of a problem.
Right.
And they, you know, where the advanced person is in a sea of 2,000 people, Little Rock was able to say, "Move to, I can see you on TV. Now go 2 people over to your left." It was really very fascinating. High tech.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's why when they said there were shadows on your face, that was Little Rock calling, saying shadows on your face.
Oh.
Yeah. See, everybody watches.